Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Bob.
Hello, I'm trying to find out how to be seen here.
Okay, we see you, but you need to put your angle of your lens down a little. There you go.
Thanks.
You're welcome. You know, I'm having experience. I have experience, so I know how to do that now. Okay, hey there, Miss Vicky. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey. Betty Joe, you're here.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sammy. Good morning, Deborah Myers. Good morning, Scott. Good morning, Lawrence. Now, I don't know who the agent is. Maybe you can show your face here to us. Good morning, Deborah Little. I know you were first in this morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Well, I love this weather and I love to see the mountains with their snow topped. Although I think it would be good if we had a little bit more snow. It'll be more picturesque. Okay, let me let some more people in. Okay, well, let me turn this down. Good morning, Raymond. Oh, good morning, Jake. Good to kind of see you.
Morning.
Okay, let me let in our other person here. Okay. Thank you, Deborah Little, for being so consistent in your recognition of our youthfulness. It's always good to remind us of being youthful and full of energy. So let's just take a look at our agenda for today. We have quite a few things. Let's see here. Okay. We are going to take a look at Miguel Galaviza's new listing, and then about an open house tool that is available to us, but sometimes we don't activate it. So I want to share that with you. Also, the story about inventory, what's going on in the market. And Bob Masucci, I'm sorry, I haven't had a chance to, read the link that you sent me or watch it because it's been hectic. But I will eventually. Vicki Hedish is with us from Orange Coast Title, and she'll be speaking about geographical farming. I will be giving us an important company announcement later, and then we have some housekeeping. So you'll see there's quite a few items under there. And then if you take a look at the quote, it says, "A strong foundation is the key to creating long-term success." And these past few weeks in January, we were taking a look at how we can lay the foundation for ourselves, and that is creating a business plan for yourself. So I'm hoping that many of you have taken a look at that in our BHHS Resource Center under SAGE, the business planning tool, which we did a demonstration a few weeks ago, and it was just so easy. And I think it's a lot easier than some of the other paper that we're given. But if you're not into doing the technology, I do have that document that helps guide you through planning for 2023. I've sent it several times, but I want you to take a look at it again. I'll keep on sending it to you because we need to see what we can do to help you in your business. So with that, I see Miguel is online now, Miguel and Wendy. I'd like to share Miguel's listing for all of us to see. Miguel, are you able to talk? Hello, Miguel. Okay.
Yeah, I'm right here. Yeah, sorry.
Okay, great. Yeah, sometimes we have to remember to unmute ourselves when you want to speak.
Yeah.
Okay, let me pull up your listing here. Take a bit about it first, Miguel.
Well, I just want to say like this coming weekend, I'm gonna have an open house Saturday and Sunday from 1 to 5.
Okay, both days. Good.
If anybody have a buyer, bring him. I will happy to share my commission.
Hey, look at, he had this,
I'm sick. I
Oh.
have cold, so don't hug me.
okay.
Good morning.
LB, sorry about that, LB. I
morning.
hope you feel better. Okay, so anyway, here's a few photos of the listing. And Miguel, tell us, what's the square footage of the lot?
The square footage of the lot is almost 4 acres. It's 3.75.
Okay, so that's why that you have such a high price, 1.2 million. But you were saying that others in the area are what running for?
That's one that is like less than a mile. It's a 5 bedrooms, 3,600 something square footage.
Wow.
And that one is going for 1.9.
1.9. So 1.2 is very good. And look at the wonderful work your stager did. And look at that view from the window here. That's amazing. And is that a real view or is that a picture?
Yeah, the view from the house, actually that's from the front of the house.
Uh-huh.
From the front, you can see like the Trilogy neighborhood from rather than Corona. But
Okay.
also you had the view from the Glen Ivy golf course.
Oh, very good. So it's in a good location.
It is a really good location, yeah.
Okay, great. Wow, look at that.
Nice.
Did you put more pictures in there?
Yes, yesterday night I upgrade I pull up more pictures, yeah.
Okay, well, you know what? The photos really help us to get a feel for the property. So you mentioned that you've already had a lot of interest.
Yeah, right now like, they've been calling a lot for the house. In the first week, I already had like 3 showings so far right now, and 2 more that they're gonna come in Saturday for sure.
Yes.
So it's been getting more attention right now than the first time when I put the house in.
Yes, and the first time you put the house on the market, you just slapped it onto the MLS, right? This time,
Correct,
you had more time to prepare it, and it shows. So that's wonderful. You know, Miguel and Wendy's Miguel's wife, they opened a restaurant business in Riverside. And
Nice.
I think we had the pleasure of having some of their sushi at our what was that, at Christmas time. Now, I had a concern because Miguel did very well in real estate this past year. And I thought for him opening a restaurant would be, very time consuming because it's a new business and that would take away from his real estate. But I spoke with them and they convinced me that what they're doing is the right thing. So Miguel and Wendy, do you want to share with everyone?
Yes, I mean, like what I want to say about that is, one, we did it like right now, there was a little slow time was December. But right is like already like kind of pick it up. It's been a little bit a hassle. I'm gonna be honest with you. Dealing like restaurants, showings, listings, and all those kind of. It's been a little hassle, a little challenging. But I think this year we're gonna be doing better than last year.
Okay. Now, Wendy, you had her talk to me on the phone to explain the method to your madness. So
Yes,
maybe
yes.
you can share
Yeah,
that.
the
with Wendy?
reason I did that, I don't know, I'm not sure everyone's know, I'm a loan officer and I have a lot of my client, they do this restaurant business and I got to see their income. I have like at least 20, above 20 loans that I did it for them. And when I prep their document, I'm like, oh my God, they make so much money. Even underwriter said that these guys make so much money. So I'm like, you know what? I want that piece of pie. That's the one thing. Another thing, I wanted to network with them because I want all of these people. It's my community. We have a lot of people that do this type of business. So I want all their loan to come to me. Most of them, they're self-employed, so they don't really get, thought that they're not qualified for the mortgage. So that's the reason why I want to be in this business as well. I want to meet with them. I want to be more network with them. I want to gain their business. So that is the one reason. Another thing, well, we're at the restaurant and we got to meet a lot of people. And people do the business with you because they like you. It's not like we go out there and talk. They don't know us, and they don't know our lots of people like so many realtor out there, so many loan officers out there. Why should I do the business with you? That is the reason why. And we are like, okay, it's good to meet more people and networking with more people. And right now we've been in about for that 1 month, and we already gained a client from the restaurant. Our restaurant inside the Ralph supermarket, and we got one of the Ralph employee want to do the refinance with me. So that is a strategy that we use.
Well, and Wendy, you mentioned that a lot of the people's incomes were like over $200,000 a year, right?
Yes, they make all of them. They make over 250,000 a year.
Wow.
Well, so then that's a great audience to capture.
And their credit is always like over 800. So it's really
Wow.
easy loan for me, and I go with the bank statement loan, all of them.
Wonderful.
And most of them, they live in California, so all their house that they buy 600 above, 700, 800 like that. And this year alone, we already have like 3 underwriter approved. I mean, not under, I can say that they have in-house lender approved already 3. One of them is approved for 1.2 million, one of them 1.4 million, and one of them is 900,000. So it's and one of them is already in contract, which is we're waiting the probate. They purchased the probate, so we're waiting for the court approval. So literally, like we have 8 in pipeline, and 4 is an original approved.
Okay, wow. So you know what, when Miguel and Wendy were explaining this to me the other day, it reminded me about what Berkshire Hathaway is doing in the Cerritos Mall. They're setting up a kiosk for agents to come sit at that kiosk and promote themselves. So what Wendy and Miguel are doing is their restaurant in the Ralphs, and it's called Wendy's Kitchen, right?
Correct.
Wendy's Kitchen, what was this?
New family kitchen.
Wendy's Family Kitchen
cool.
in the Ralphs, where there's a lot of traffic, I'm sure, right?
Yes.
So,
Yes.
so you're able to, and I think you're not shy about approaching people. So that's a good thing. And one of our parts of our business, remember we've talked about this at the beginning, is we got to talk to more people. Emails and texts are good, but they should be a supplement to the conversations you actually have with real people. And Wendy, you said it correctly. People will work with people they like. And so you are taking an approach. Maybe you can share that, what you're doing with how to make them like you.
Yes, I did, because I always give other Roth employee a discount, and we told them, hey, for the Roth employee, we got the special price for you, and also I always pass them out the sample, and whoever buy like 2 to 3 times a week, I give them a free box of sushis and things like that, and they enjoyed it a lot. And we have all you can eat sushi bar in the same lot, and they even come up and tell us like we're our service and our foods taste much better. So that's make us feel really good. And again, like we're not doing this to take our time here all the time. Well, we want to do this business is new for us, but we have the restaurant management experience for 25 years. But this concept is new for us, so we want to get to know that concept. We're working ourselves, putting our own labor for first 2 months. Then after that, we're gonna hire set up the system, and we're gonna hire the employee to run the restaurant. And we just have to watch them how they're doing it. And first couple months, of course, we want to pay off our startup not to hire any employee. So that is the reason what we're doing as well too.
So when you're setting up this restaurant, you have to pay for a lease, you have to pay for a business license,
Yeah,
you have
startup
a lot of
fees and all that.
expenses, right? So
Correct.
what I want to share this with all of you is, you know what, we've got to spend money in order to make money. And one of the things in real estate is we don't really have overhead, but we do have marketing costs. and, you know, our board dues, our MLS and what have you. But basically it is marketing. Now, Miguel and Wendy took it up to another level, opening up a restaurant business, but they're able to do marketing because they're able to connect with more people. So I just wanted to share that with you because, you know, we need to figure out, what do we like to do? Like, they love the restaurant business. They've been in it 25 years each. And then they're taking that to another level and connecting it with real estate. Now, I know Deborah Myers and Deborah Little, you're attending Chamber of Commerce, Chino Valley Chamber. Did any of you go today to the meeting?
You know what? I woke up with a sinus headache, but I went virtually. I did Zoom. So I was there.
I was in person.
Okay, great. Deborah, we will, both of you will catch you at the during the housekeeping section for your presentation there. So if I skip over it, just stop me, because sometimes I have
Okay.
a lot of things on my mind.
That's okay.
So, but what I was saying is that you're giving yourself opportunity to network and you're talking to people. So again, I want to really stress that good conversation is important. You know, I just started to do it too. You know, I sent out my calendars and then I called my nephew and I just said, hey, Ryan, what are your plans for 2023 in regards to real estate? You know, and it was a good conversation. Sometimes it's scary, but it's just a good conversation. So maybe you can do it that way easily. Just call up somebody that you already know and they love you already and just ask, what are your real estate plans for this year? How can I help? And smile in the phone, and then they can feel it too. All right, now I wanted to share with you the tool for open houses. Miguel, I know you didn't activate it on yours, but let me just show your listing, and then people can click in. Let's see if they have an open house section. Let's see if, no, it doesn't click, but let me get to our Luna Lista. Okay, so let me get to the beginning of this. Then let me log out first. Because you all have access to this. And I don't know if you remember your password, but this is what it looks like when you get to Luna Lista. Can you see this? Hello?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes.
I'm
Yes,
just
we
making
see it.
sure, because I know last time I kept talking and nobody told me I was talking to, there was a blank screen. So, okay, so here we go. Mine is already set, my password. I log in. And then what it will do is it will bring you to your news feed. Today, you'll see this news feed, which went out this morning to remind you that we have this meeting. But before that, we have Miguel's listing. So whenever any of our agents in the office have a listing, it will automatically auto-populate into our Luna Lista, and then you'll get to see it here. Okay. Now, you won't see this on yours, but if Miguel made this available, you know, all the agents from Berkshire Hathaway Mulhern Group will be able to see that there is an open house. But what I wanted to share with you is how to set yourself up so you can get notified when there's an open house in your area. So see, you see this is what comes up. And then if you go to the third wheel here, third circle, it's a settings tab. And if I click on there, we'll go all the way over here under settings. And it'll kind of bring you down to this. This is at the very bottom. Okay, so you can opt in or opt out about, you know, receiving information from our news feed or what have you, if you just want it through email, or if you want it both, or if you just want it via text. But if you scroll all the way down, you'll see that these are the type of listings I want to subscribe to. Okay, so here's the open house section. You see that I'm highlighting it here? Says I am interested in getting notifications when there are available open houses in these cities. So if I click on here, I've already chosen Chino and Chino Hills. So see all these cities pop up, and then I'm going to choose, I'm going to add where I live, and that's Upland. So I'm going to go ahead and TUVW, it's up here. Okay, Upland. Okay, I'm selecting Upland. Let me see if I can save it. You know, you have to make sure you save it. Okay, so let me do that again. Upland. And Bob, you're way out there in Dana Point, so maybe you could get a open house. See, so now we have to save, okay? And then it will show, hopefully, that now these are the cities I'll be getting notifications on that have open houses: Chino, Chino Hills, and Upland. Now let's look at the home page. See, on the home page, there's a button here at the bottom, the one on the left. It says available for open house. Now, if you click on that, there's only 2 from the whole company that's sharing their open house. So see, this one is in San Fernando and the other one is in Victorville. So, you know, not a lot of agents are sharing it yet, but maybe in the future they will. We don't know. We'll see how the market turns. But I just wanted to bring this to your attention so that, you know, make yourself available for open houses. And I share this because I know some agents have approached me and asked me about doing open houses. Now, Miguel, I don't know if you're willing to, maybe not this weekend because you're doing the open house, but maybe the following weekend to make your home available for our agents. And you don't have to put it there because everybody will come, but maybe you guys can check with Miguel if it's available.
Yeah, that would be good.
Okay. And then that's an opportunity to meet people. You know, I met my buyer last year through an open house. And I would, you know, but I was the listing agent. We didn't get them the house I was listing, but we got them something else. So there's opportunity for growth. Okay. All right. So before we move on to our keeping current matters, I see Sammy is on the call. And last week I just briefly said this in passing, but I just want to congratulate him for passing his broker license. So Sammy,
Thank you.
congratulations. Was that a
Thank you.
difficult test?
Yes. Did you hear me?
Did I?
hear me?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Okay.
Okay, but anyway, congratulations to you.
Thank
All
you,
right,
thank you.
so let's take a look at the story behind inventory. And it's only 9 minutes, so let's get everyone situated here. Okay. And this again is from Keeping Current Matters. And I need to get this thing off so I can start it. Let me let Rodner know. Okay. Okay, here we go.
Advertisement video. We're going to talk about inventory this morning. You know, it's the #1 need in the market right now. And I would say, you know, the spring market that we're heading towards certainly looks like interest rates will not be the thing holding people back by and large. It will be the number of available homes that are out there, and a couple of things that hold people back. We're going to hop into those. And I'm going to sort of tell the story of inventory this morning, where opportunity is at. I have some really good slides for you on this deep dive, but let me go ahead and share my screen. We'll get rolling and get started here. So I'm going to start off with a quote from Mark Fleming. Mark from First American, he says, 2 dynamics are keeping existing home inventory historically low: rate lock existing homeowners and the fear of not finding something to buy. So you think about this, the rate lock, you know, it's not rate lock relative to the mortgage business. This is somebody that's maybe at 2 3/4 or 3% that says, why would we want to move with this interest rate? And we've talked about that. Now, I don't think, you know, that's going to prohibit everybody from moving, but there certainly is a block of people that are in that position that are just kind of staying put. And the other is, we don't want to put our home on the market right now because we don't know where we would go. That's been an issue over the last couple of years, but it's going to become a bigger and bigger issue as we go through this year. You know, we talked about the last couple of deep dives. One, foreclosures, they're not, you know, flooding into the market like many predicted maybe a year or 2 ago, even through COVID and coming out of COVID, just not happening. And the you know, lack of inventory is what's kept prices from falling dramatically across the country. So, you know, if we were to tell this story of inventory across the country, here's what it would look like. This is a look at inventory going all the way back to 1999, kind of humming along. And then we know inventory jumped up during the housing crisis. And, since the housing crisis, inventory has sort of been on this downward trajectory. It's been depleted, and certainly that was the case during COVID when everybody rushed in, the meaning of home changed, and everybody wanted to buy a home during that time. And so, we're starting to try to come out of that that hole that kind of bottomed out there in 2021. Average amount of inventory in 2021, 2.3 months. Average in 2022, 2.7 months. And, as interest rates started to rise, we saw inventory grow, not from people putting their homes on the market, but homes staying on the market a little bit longer. This is a look going back to the last year of what happened each month in this country relative to inventory. But what happened in December? See a little bit of a chunk down. And what are we seeing in January? Just hearing and anecdotally knowing, and certainly love to see it in the comments. More activity, more buyers out there, and more buyers, and there just simply aren't enough inventory out in the market for those that want to buy it. And we know a lot of people took their homes off the market in the later months of the year because of the holidays, because of a number of different reasons to get that out there. But let's go back and sort of dissect this picture, because I think there's something here to be learned based on what maybe folks said at the beginning of the year, and really, if we want to kind of look at this past year relative to inventory, I would start to look at new listings. And this is a look at new listings as we started out 2022 and went through January, February, March, April, and May, and sort of the line there was, listings are going to continue to grow, and that's going to compromise prices. If there were sort of a dotted line, it was like, gosh, if they're growing this fast, imagine where we're going to be in the fall. That's what a lot of people said when they made their case for falling prices in this country. Well, what's the reality? The reality is that inventory sort of took this nosedive. New listings coming to market less than 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, and 2021. You see each one of those years sort of graph their peaks in the spring and starts to fall off throughout the year. That's the seasonal trajectory that that housing and new listings take. And we see in December of this past year, 239,000 new listings in this country. That's down 21% year over year. So inventory is growing, but down significantly. The reason inventory is growing is things sitting on the market that maybe need a price adjustment, maybe need something done cosmetically, maybe there's something going on there. But if something's priced right, I've always said in this market, it sells, it's selling. And so, if you look at the number of homes that are for sale, it's increased, but we are still below where we were in, I'm going to call it the last normal years in real estate, 2017, 2018, and 2019. So no doubt we need more inventory, and the job is on us to create and go out and tell that story and get the inventory. This past week, I had a chance to be on with Jimmy Burgess. He writes an article for Inman. I don't know if you saw it. It was came out yesterday, but really breaks down the opportunity for expired listings. It's not just expired listings where there's opportunity. I do believe there are opportunity there. Go in and grab that article, watch that. We do a video together and talk about that. But there's also just a chance to reach out and talk to people maybe that have more equity than they've ever had before in their home, that maybe bought a home in the last couple of years that we can catch up with and say, hey, have your plans changed? Has anything changed in your life? But it's up to us to have the conversations and ultimately generate those listings out there in the market. The other question that I think will continue to come up is the question of pricing. We've covered that extensively on the deep dive. If you think about the graphic that shows those that say there's going to be depreciation, those that say there's going to be appreciation, we've always said they don't agree on what that's going to look like. But here's one thing that I think we can talk about that we can all agree on, and I see a lot of experts talking about this, and expect this to become a bigger deal as we go throughout the year. And it's this right here. I'll start off with a quote from Odetta Cushy. The housing market remains fundamentally underbuilt. Let me repeat that. The housing market remains fundamentally underbuilt. And as demand rises, which we're going to start to see here, it will be important to boost supply in order for price growth to continue to adjust to more sustainable levels. While builders can't make existing homeowners move, they can add new homes to the stock. you know, no doubt when you look around, we've talked about this for a while, for the last several years. You remember the graphic that we used, the number of new builds that we didn't have over the last 10 years that have led to this issue of being underbuilt in this country in residential real estate. That's always going to keep upward pressure on prices. When we don't have enough supply, you have people that want to buy, that pushes the price up. And that was the story during the pandemic that was fueled by historically low interest rates. Everybody rushed in, pushed the price up. But no doubt we remained underbuilt in this country. You know, if you take this quote from Bank of America, we believe underbuilding over the last decade has absorbed the 2 to 3 million home glut from pre-financial crisis and overbuilding and created a deficit of 4 million homes. So no matter where you look, you're starting to see people say, okay, we're significantly underbuilt and undersupplied in housing in this country. This is a great graphic that I'm going to show you. It breaks down each one of the, you know, sort of forecasters and what they think. You know, you look at this graphic right here. Realtor.com says we're underbuilt or short, just over 5 million. Bank of America 4 million. Freddie Mac 3.8 million. Morgan Stanley 2 million. You see John Burns and Moody's Analytics below 2 million there. And whether it's 5 or 1.5 million homes underbuilt, whichever number you want to choose there, the bottom line is we need more inventory for those that want to buy. And that's the thing that's kept pressure on prices through this, you know, the last 6 months and certainly rise in interest rates and what's that caused to demand. So our job right now is to go out and have the conversations to lead to the listings that we can help generate. And this is the part of the market that we can help drive forward going into the spring. You know, I think it's on our shoulders certainly to drive those conversations to grab new listings, generate new listings going into the spring market.
Okay, so that's the story, is that, you know, we're hearing that there, you know, there are more homes on the market, but then there's less inventory. So we're not getting new homes. So that is our job. And so with that, I'd like to bring Vicki Heddish in to talk about geographical farming. Welcome, Vicki.
Hi, good morning, everybody. Thank you for having me. And no, I'm not in Bob's living room. Look at me. Anyway, so I wanted to just talk this morning a little bit about farming, because this is where we are, this market. What is it they say? Tough times don't last, tough people do. Well, we have to get this party started and get these listings. And although, and I agree 100% with what was just said about the NODs, about the market, the listings, the inventory. So our goal and our competition is actually diminishing, because folks are having to get jobs and get an income, because times are just a little bit different right now, a little more challenging. So our goal is to farm. Now, a geographical farm, why I say is we always should have a geographical farm. And what is that? That is a farm that you focus on, whether it's around where you live or a particular city or where you want to be known, and just constantly hit them up. Because when we transition back, you start now, because everything takes time in this business. And I tell people that are just starting in this business, you're going to get discouraged. Likely you'll be in a year, give it a year, and at least a year, and then it should start developing. So with a geographic farm, I'm here to help you. And we can do the farm on the website, the OC Title website. We can do the farm, figure it all out ourselves. However, I say this, why don't you email me, call me, text me. We'll go over a geographic farm you want to target. You can do this on the website if you're savvy and using the tool. And we can also go over that on the class on the NOD thing. But get a geographic farm, figure out where you want to go. Keep it manageable, because affordability is key. You're going to have to reach out to that farm at least twice a month. Okay, with a mailer, with a little magnet, with something, just information. So printing and mailing time is door knocking. You have to do it all, but focus on a number that you can manage and afford to market to. And people, I've seen agents with, oh, they want 50 over here and they want 200 over here. That's still manageable. A unmanageable farm is probably 1,000 people. It's expensive, and that you go on the website, you pick all these houses, and this is where you want to go. It could be too much. So the geographic farm is just be consistent. It does take that. You got a door knocking, call, email. I do know a lot of agents right now are getting back into the mailing thing. That's expensive. So I like the flyer idea. Do the door knocking with the flyers. The breakthrough broker tool I have. I just got, I want to do a sample too. And maybe I'll share that on the Lunch and Learn. But they have when you do, I'll work with it for Miguel for a listing. It's called Listing Showcase. It's super simple to do. Breakthrough Broker is a great marketing platform for marketing, period. Flyers, newsletters, anything you want. It's content related, not only to just listed, just sold, but just stuff for a buyer or seller. Roadmap for seller. There's Spanish content. There's all kinds of stuff in there. Great tool, and it's free. So that Listing Showcase is, you go in, it takes 10 minutes or less, and you go in, and I did it as a sample. I took someone's listing, I went in, put their logo, and I did it, and it creates a website for that listing. You got the photos, you got the little thing, and then you copy that link, and it's just another marketing thing you can send out to anybody. You just say, here's my link for the personal website for that particular property. I thought it was very impressive. But Breakthrough Brokers a tool I'd happy to help you with. If you get with me one-on-one, I will work with you, and let's mastermind and see how we can get you a geographic farm. And the geographic farm isn't necessarily likely owners, and we can find the likely sellers, but like the gentleman said, we are locked in. Like most of these folks that are there have a great interest rate, and I hear it all day long myself. Why are we going to move with a 2 or 3% interest rate? I was with someone yesterday. She had a 2.7% interest rate. They're not going anywhere. She's not 55 or older, and that's another nice farm to do for that. 55 or older, I can get you the farm for whatever area you want. This is why that person can't move in the state of California, because their taxes are very low assessed taxes, and they aren't going to sell and pay double, triple the property taxes. So I have the tools for you. Whatever it is you guys need, I have them. The farms, the marketing stuff. It is going to take consistency and a lot of endurance right now, because it is not an easy time for title, escrow, lenders. I think we are all we got spoiled, and we're all just having to get back and get tough and do what we do, because that's all we do. I've even had agents say, okay, I'm done. I'm not doing real estate anymore. I can't do it anymore. And then a week goes by, I'm like, it's all I know. I have to do real estate, and that's all I like it, and I need it. So we're all a little bit up and down. Myself, I'm like, oh, this is very, very challenging right now. And I'm like, okay, how am I going to get one more title order?
Vicki, what was the quote you said to us at the beginning about tough times?
Tough times don't last. Tough people do.
Yes. So
And this is what we are. Yep. So
And then,
strap on the boots. Yep.
I was wondering, Bob Masucci, maybe you can share, because you were a great farmer in the day, right? And then just share what your success rate was for your farm.
Hello. I always advocated if you could get a 3% return on your farming, just in using just raw numbers. Say, for instance, 3 people are calling you out of 100, just using that as an easy math predicament. After a while, you could not, as an individual, handle all of the marketing all of the follow-up, all of the appointments. 3% sounds like, oh, you can do that easily with your eyes closed. You can't, not on your own. But if you get out there and you actually do it, I was doing like 1,500 properties a month. And that was during the, again, that was during the high times when you could pretty much get your feet on the ground in the morning and you had a listing that day without really thinking about it. But now it's going to take, just like Vicky said, you know, her quote about tough times don't last, tough people do. You basically have to get up and have an accountability mirror in front of you. When you get up in the morning, you have that mirror, you look into it and you say, okay, today I've got to do, you know, I've got to do 500 houses. I've got to do 400 houses. And as you said, Leilani, we become so accustomed to texting and emailing and Instagramming and whatever other social media. It's imperative that you get out there and you actually get in front of people. What Miguel and Wendy are doing is outstanding in the sense of they actually have face-to-face, you know, flesh pressing with people, which is great. You know, they're going to be at their wits' end trying to balance both, but it really is imperative to get out there and just keep, you know, grinding every single day, especially in this market right now.
Yeah.
And Bob, I do remember you also worked as a sheriff or a police officer. And after you got off work, you hung flyers on people's doors. At
Yeah,
what
I
time was
mean,
that?
it sounds crazy to even admit this now, but yeah, there was times I would get off work at 3 a.m.
Oh my
I mean, I already had all my marketing stuff prepped and ready. And there was times, especially on hot summer nights, I would just go farm and just door hang, not even door hang, because I didn't want to shake anybody's door handle. It would just be farming with flyers on their front door step. And again, that was part of the grind, but quite honestly, it worked. It paid off in the end. And, you know, it's just one of those things. I was motivated more so at that time than here I am now. I'm
Right.
kind of sitting back, not doing a whole lot of things because I got so many other things going on in my life, but it does work if you grind. And again, that accountability mirror, if you
Yeah.
have it in front of you, you're going to have to answer to it.
Can you say, you know, you farmed the Legato condos in
I did.
Pomona, right?
I did.
And
Yeah.
what was your sell rate in that?
Hey, there's 144 condos in that complex. I sold 52 of them
Wow.
by the time I kind of backed out of the neighborhood there. But it became really good because I got to know everybody on first name basis. I knew their dogs, I knew their kids. And it was just, again, a grind where you just had to get in there and get your hands dirty. And even when other people started farming it, you know, I didn't know them. It didn't matter to me. I just kept grinding and doing it. But people hung with me. So, you know, it was just a matter of just grinding.
Yes.
Yep.
So it is hard work. And you said the accountability mirror.
Yeah.
So I just want to, you know, encourage you guys, fill out your business plan. And I am here to help you be accountable. I'm not your slave master, but I want to be the person that encourages you to continue on with what you're doing and maybe make little tweaks. Okay. So, you know, this is still the beginning of the year. This is the first day of February. We can do it, but we've got to lay down that foundation. You got to know which way you're going to be going in 2023. And then my job is to help you do what you say you want to do. Okay. So, Vicky, I know you're going to do a lunch and learn. So I am just going to share the information here for everyone. I have to do this twice. So we're going to be doing lunch and learn every month. We're looking at the fourth Thursday of each month. And this month it will be on, let's see if this thing will go away. Thursday, February 23rd at 1:15 p.m. You know why I do 1:15, guys, is because I take George to physical therapy and occupational therapy, and I don't get out till 12 o'clock. I want to drop him off at home, make sure he has lunch, and then come join you. So 1:15, understanding the NOD list, because some of you signed up for this from Vicky, but it's a lot to absorb, and we don't know the whole thing. So we want to learn how to do it. And then Vicky, maybe you can share with us that broker.
Breakthrough broker. Yes, I will do that as well. And again, I'll show you. And if you're not signed up with it, I will go through the roster and make sure you are. if you are signed up with it, you may not even know you're signed up with it, and you're getting these emails 3 times a week from Breakthrough Broker, and it might be in your spam or whatever, but they do send out content every, I think it's every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And their ideas as well. And they're great ideas. It's a great platform. So myself, I get them. I'm like probably everybody else. I'm not going to do that right that second, but I do put it in a folder. Some of them I do see, like the listing showcase. I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. Then I get distracted and then I go start playing with that and see how cool that is. But make a folder, Breakthrough Broker. Check your email from breakthroughbroker.com. If you have an account, you're receiving the emails. And it's a great program. So I'll go through that and kind of show you. There's a lot in there, just like everything else. You just got to use it and get familiar with it. But another thing, and I know Berkshire has their own little flyer program, which is great. This has flyers, postcards, other newsletter content. You guys have your Berkshire Hathaway wonderful platform. Not everyone and these other offices have such a great marketing tools. So Breakthrough Broker for you may or may not, fit in because you do have that resource available, but it is another resource, and I'm going to show it to you just so you know it's there.
And I was captured by you saying that they have content, and because they say today when we market, it's not about saying I can sell your home or do you need to buy a home and just marketing ourselves, but it is providing value to the people. So I was caught by that content marketing. So, and
yeah, you guys will love it.
And Vicki talked about geographical farming, and she mentioned that OC Title has that. Do you remember I created a video of how to access that? So it's only 11 minutes. I know a lot of you watched it, but if you need help to, find it on our Luna Lista. It's on my YouTube channel, even though I didn't know I had a YouTube channel. But I think the more YouTubes you make, you end up with a channel. So just look for that geographical farming if you want to learn how to use the OC Title website on that. Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much, Vicki. And we
You're
look forward to
welcome.
seeing you live and in person on the 23rd of February.
Okay, great. Thank you. And call me, guys, because I can work with you one-on-one with that geographic farm. We can work on getting emails and phones on the side for that farm. And I'm going to lead you to the water and make you drink it. And I got everything you need, I'm pretty sure.
First, we need to get thirsty, but I think we're already
exactly.
we need to, my job is to make you thirsty to want to drink.
There you go.
So, now, I know a lot of you are here because you wanted to hear what the announcement is for our company. As agents together, we've been through so many transitions, and I wanted to share with you that this is, I think, a good thing. Last Friday, there was a managers meeting, and Thomasina Mohern, as you know, is the owner. She is also the CEO. But, we saw her at our Christmas party, and, she shared with us that she's 86 years old, but she looks really good for 86, right? So anyway, she is going to be retiring and decided to sell the company.
Wow.
So, okay, I'll let you react first. So she's selling the company. The good news is that the person buying the company is going to keep it as Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. So basically, it's just we're going to have a new owner, but still have the same company. And this person is buying all the offices. I had the opportunity of meeting him. His name is Luis Carrion. And
you spell that?
Luis, and the last name is Carrion. Now, he did speak at the managers meeting. Carrion. I know you guys are going to Google him.
Thank you.
So you have to find the one that's not a footballer. There's one that's a soccer player. But he's the one, he used to own, he owns Coldwell Banker. He owns 3 of them. And so when he said that, I said, uh-oh, are we becoming Coldwell Banker? but luckily he said to become owner of Berkshire Hathaway, to take over this business, the company that the Mulherns built, he had to give up his ownership with Coldwell Banker, and he's going to be Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. So it doesn't really affect us a whole lot because we don't need to go through a name change like we did from Tarbell to Berkshire. We're going to still remain Berkshire. He is a gentleman that was raised in Mexico, and he went to military school in Mexico, which is equivalent to our West Point here in the United States. He migrated to America and he attended Loyola Marymount University and got a business degree. From that, he ended up becoming a manager of 80 In-N-Out burgers. And so that's a huge undertaking. And then from that, he also he bought Coldwell Banker and he opened 3 offices. One of them is in Whittier, where our president lives. So I thought I'd share with you a quick video of Luis Carrion, because of course, you know, after we found out about him, we want to know what he's like. So this will give you a flavor of this gentleman. He's young, but I personally found him, I enjoyed his presentation. I found him humble, even though he's very accomplished. I mean, those are good combination, accomplished and humble. So I'm hoping that he can bring vision to our company, and I'm crossing my fingers that that's the way it will be. So let me share this video with you quickly. It's just like a minute and something. Let me see. Okay, let me
Good
stop
morning,
it.
this is Luis Chino with
Okay,
Global
let me
Banking Alliance.
do-
Today, I want to give you a tour to our office and see
the benefits that we can bring to you as an agent as you grow.
Oops, hold on. Let me speak that back, make it bigger.
Global Banker Alliance, and today I want to give you a tour to our office and see some of the benefits that we can bring to you as an agent as you grow your career. Come on in. One of the great advantages to work here at Global Banker Alliance is that we have an escrow company that is here, Rockpoint Escrow, assisting all of our agents right here in-house. And also we have a lending company that can assist your clients to obtain the loans and anything that they need to get a commercial loan or residential loan. Bam! Another one bites the dust. Hey guys, so this is our office. Lots of changes, lots of upgrades we have done into this office since I took over. I do believe in the presentation of the location where you work. It's very important, not only for you as an agent, as a professional, but also for your clients. I did want to provide an excellent opportunity for my agents that work here to show the pride that we take in this office. You can take a look around all the amazing changes that we've done in this office, and all our agents take a lot of pride on how we do here. Not only from the location, the way we have, but we have state-of-the-art printing. We have a full support team that will help you in any transactions that you have, easy or difficult. We're here to assist you in any way possible. We provide a lot of education and a lot of opportunities for you to grow your career. If you have any questions or you want to improve your career, please give me a call.
Okay.
Hey guys, how you doing? This is Luis with Global
Oh,
Banker
wait,
Alliance, and
Ah,
today I want
let
to
me
wish
just
everyone
turn
out
that
there
off.
a happy
July. We're actually here.
Okay, so he must have a YouTube channel too. But anyway, thoughts, questions?
So everything's going to stay the same. We don't have to get new business cards and everything else.
No,
That's the good news.
that's the good news. Yes. And you know, did you hear what he said about the office? He believes in a beautiful office and state of the art this, state of the art that. That would be something that we also believe in, right? Because when we had our Tarbell office, it almost looked as good as his office that he was sharing. So who knows what we have in store, but I will keep crossing my fingers that hopefully he has that vision to move us forward in that kind of direction. Scott, any changes in affiliates that we can work with? You mean, are we getting rid of Vicky? No, you know what? He's also buying Castlehead Escrow. And I'm sure Vicky will be connecting to make sure that we'll be still connected with Orange Coast Title. Anything else?
Thank you.
Yes. So today
Everybody else is, excuse me, everybody else is staying, like Dennis and
Dennis is staying as president, and the managers are staying as well. It's Thomasina who's backing out because she is 86 years old, but it's amazing and phenomenal that she was continuing to, do the work. Elaine and Kirk will still be staying on. I think they're in the contract for 7 years. I'm not sure what their role is, but although I understand that Kirk will still be manager of the Bixby Knolls and also run Keswick Financial. So there is a meeting today at the office with several of the other offices. Our office, Hacienda Heights, Whittier, Covina, and Ontario will be, I invited a few of our agents to meet with him as well. So we'll hear more from them and your impressions when you guys come back from that meeting, but hopefully you'll call me later today and let me know. I unfortunately cannot be there because I have a previous doctor appointment that I do not want to cancel because it takes so long to reschedule. So, but I wanted to give you all a heads up. I didn't put it at the beginning of the meeting, this announcement, because guess what? It's not such a big deal. The fact that we're still Berkshire Hathaway is good. There's really no changes among us, but the fact is we just will have a new owner. And hopefully, you know what? I saw that he was driving a Rolls Royce when he came up to the meeting. And, one of the people said that they already judged him thinking that he would be arrogant, but he wasn't. He was a humble man who said that he wanted feedback and that his phone was available to us to call, and he always answers it. And I appreciate that because as a manager myself, I like to answer my phone call or at least get back to you as soon as I can. So I think that same model is good. So just wanted to give you guys all a heads up and let's see what happens. But maybe we'll be upgraded. Who knows?
you can go back into Chino Hill. So
Well,
they probably like us in Chino Hill.
I know. Well, that's something, we need to work with. So we'll find out. Anything else? Deborah Little? You have your hand up.
Effective date.
What?
Effective date.
You know what? They're in escrow at the moment and they're going to close maybe March 1st. But, as escrows, it might take a little bit longer. It's not going to take shorter because it's a big purchase. You know how sometimes you start thinking, how much did he pay for us? Because I know Tarbell sold us for $400,000 at the time. So I thought 400,000 times 18, that's $7,200,000. So they're in escrow. I don't know what the amount is. I was just conjecturing. So don't quote me on that. This was just me thinking. Anyway, so that's the news I wanted to share with you, but everything else remains the same. Okay. All right. And then let's move on. The 2023 goals, guys, let me share this with you. Because we're talking about building a strong foundation for success. And I really, really want to see all of you increase your income for 2023, even if it's 1 or 2 transactions. Let's get our foot in the door. But here is this thing, that real estate business action plan. I sent it out several times. I'm going to send it out again. And then I do have a deadline that I'd like to receive it from you on the 23rd of February. So I figured since we're going to have lunch and learn, you could bring me your business plan and I'll get it from you personally. Now, do not let that stop you from coming from lunch and learn because you didn't do it, but I want you to do it. Just take some time. This is your job, is to sit down, take a moment, read through that thing and fill it out. Okay, so bring it to me February 23rd, 1:15, or you could mail it to me or you can email it to me. Okay, so, but I just want you to complete it. So take some time this week and go over that plan, because it's not, it is for you to help you grow yourself, grow your business. And it's just making a map of how you're going to get there. I wanted to share with you, and then I just credit Scott for this, but he reminded us that we do have a brand refresh. And a few months ago, Christy Budnick came to our advanced training, and she said that they were going to refresh the brand image. So I want to share with you what that's going to look like. Let me see if I can get it. So this is our new logo. See, they just took out the circle around the whole thing. Okay, and I just wanted to bring it to your attention in case you're a new agent and you're creating some marketing. You might want to start using this new logo. Scott, I don't know if you can talk, but do you know about the colors? I think you mentioned it would be certain colors. I don't know if you're still there. Yeah, Scott. Okay. Let me share with you what I did this morning, because he texted me the logo. I thought I upgraded my I redid my February for my Facebook. Okay, so this is my Facebook cover page. So see how I just added that logo there? Hello, February. You know, this year I'm going to try to be more consistent, because I had 4th of July for so long on my Facebook because I wasn't paying attention. So, so that's why I want to share that with you. But guess what? Let me show you another thing. Let me see if I can get there.
That's pretty.
Someone asked, can you email a copy of the logo? Yes. You know what? I am going to put it in our Luna Lista, because I want you guys to learn how to get in there. Okay. I do every week. I put our video from the meeting as well as graphics in there. So let me get to, okay. I wanted to share with you the Canva. That's how I created it. Let me show you. Let me look at my projects here. Okay. So see, you can just get a template. Like I'm just going to share with you this thing. It's so easy. You could do it. So if I just go to the home page and then you look for social media, I click on social media, and then I am looking at Facebook. Here it is. And I'm saying the Facebook cover page. I click on that. And so it already puts the dimensions for you for that Facebook cover page. And all you have to do is go to elements and see, I'm recording this so you guys can go find it later. And then I just put hello February in the search bar, and then see all these different hello Februarys come up. And I picked, let's see, I picked this one, and all I did was stretch this over. And then I go to uploads, and see, I uploaded this logo already, and I just stick it on there. I have the premium because I want to be able to edit this image. Look at, I'm going to edit it by removing the background so that white thing doesn't show up. See? Wasn't that easy? And it's ready to share. So all I do is I download it. Okay. So I'm sharing this with you so you might be able to do this for your own marketing. If you want to put something in your Facebook, it's very simple. What I wanted to share with you also is that we have Canva available on the BHHS resource. See, I'm in the BHHS resource. Look at this. And I'm sharing this with you each week, something new, so that you can take it with you and play with it. You see here on this top gray bar, here's benefits and discounts. So if you click there, you can search Canva. Okay. And then you can see that we can get a discount on Canva. So I already looked at this earlier. I'm not going to put it in because I already have a membership, but it says for individual agents that want to sign up on their own, there's 1 free month of service and then $9.95 per month purchased annually. And that's about $119.40 or $12.95 per month purchased monthly. Okay, so remember, Miguel and Wendy said we gotta spend money to make money. So $119.40 for an annual fee is just part of doing business. And I hope that you guys can see that. And if you are thinking of using Canva, check out our BHHS resource. We have birthdays for this month. Let me get that up here. February already, today is February 1st. Unbelievable. Here we are. Evelyn Ramirez, February 6th. Let's see. And then Evelyn, I know you did the open house with Evelyn Chu a few weeks ago. So congratulations for taking action. Ellen Capino, who is currently in the Philippines right now. Her birthday is coming up February 8th. And Ellen, she calls me at times when she's in the Philippines and I ask her what time is it there and she says it's 4 a.m. So I am impressed with her dedication. And here is our own Deborah Little, the young lady, February 18th. So happy birthday to you, Deborah Little and Evelyn Ramirez that's on the call too.
Thank you.
Yes, and I know you celebrate the whole month, but I heard you say you're going to celebrate the whole year now.
That's right.
Good. All right. So, and then just a reminder that the Mulhern Academy has the legal update, but it's going to be disappearing soon. So be sure to watch it, okay? So that you're familiar with what's going on regarding car forms. There's new revisions and new forms. Chamber of Commerce, Deborah Little, you attended this morning. So you want to share? You have to unmute.
Yes, I did. Yes,
Okay.
I did.
That's early in the morning. What time was that?
7:45, and it wasn't overcrowded like I've seen it, but it was a nice crowd. Zev, I think he's the president of the chamber. He did an AI presentation, and it was really cute.
Okay.
You know what AI is?
Artificial intelligence.
You go, girl. You, hey, get a star. But it was a really cute presentation, and he involved everybody, even the people on the Zoom. And I look forward to playing with the AI.
Okay. Deborah.
Mm-hmm.
You have.
Yes, I woke up this morning and I had sinus headache, so I thought I can't drive, but I did the Zoom and it was nice because he involves people in the Zoom. Like you have to talk. You just can't sit and listen, which is good. I like that. But I thought it was a good meeting. It was interesting. And I had never been on the Zoom before. I always saw people up on the screen. So that was different. But I thought it was kind of a fun meeting, the way he presented it. I thought it was nice. But I always thought the people on the screen, like they really don't show you anything. Like, when you see people on the screen, Deborah, you always think they're looking.
Yes.
You can see, you don't see anything, which I was kind of surprised. But
I thought he shared it with you guys. He said
he did parts of it, but not all of it.
Not the whole meeting. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that was kind of different. But also, Leilani, I did put my picture up on the Berkshire Hathaway resource.
Wonderful.
I got that done.
Great. I love that you took action.
Yes.
So you know what? We only have 5 agents who don't have a picture on our national Berkshire Hathaway.
I just wanted to make sure that I did it before this meeting.
Okay. Well, congratulations there, Deborah. That's great. So, you know what? The Zoom is a different kind of platform, but I do enjoy it when you guys do participate. It's good to see faces, and it's also, if you don't want to show your face because you just got out of bed and are wearing pajamas, it's okay to share, to talk also. I see that you turned on your video, Ricardo, and you had your hand raised. Did you want to say something? Okay, I get.
Basically, looking forward to working with our new president. You know, he seems
Their
to have
new owner. He's our new owner.
our
Dennis
new
is
owner.
still the
Yeah,
president.
he seems to have the credentials for not just a regular realtor, but a commercial realtor who's been trained properly. He's probably friends with Mr. Victor because they got that CCIM credential, you know, and through that, hopefully we can have access to see what's really happening with multifamily listings, you know, because I know that there's a particular MLS that everybody has to subscribe to be able to access all the commercial listings around the world. So, you know, when I got into real estate, I as a realtor, that was one of my main focuses, you know, to get into that commercial international arena. I have friends that are part of that whole system. I've actually volunteered with one of the CCIM chapters here when he started here in Beverly Hills back in the early 2000s.
Yes. Thank
setting
you
up the
for
phone.
sharing that he has a CCIM, because you're right, he does. And so hopefully, you know, the MLS that you're discussing is called CoStar, and it is very expensive to purchase on your own. And I know we had a training a few weeks ago, or was it just last week, on that CoStar? Because I believe Dennis is saying if agents want to participate, the more that participate, the less the cost will be, because it's about $400 a month. So,
Yeah.
so we'll see what happens, but just moving on, because I'm looking at the time, it's already after 12 o'clock. Thank you very much, Ricardo. I wanted to share with you that we do have a BHHS networking event coming up on February 15th. It's at 8 o'clock at the La Mirada Holiday Inn in La Mirada. And this is where we'll get to meet Luis Carrillan in person, because he will be joining all of us at that time. So if you are anxious to meet him, you know, please come. Let me share with you the flyer for that. There will also be a guest speaker. Let me get that up again. What's happening? Okay, here it is. So the agent networking is going to be on Wednesday, February 15th, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. The cost is $10 per person, which puts you into a drawing where you can win $150. I know that when Miguel Galaviz went several last year, you won $100 for playing the Trivial Pursuit game on stage, Miguel. That was great. But they have opportunities for prizes. They have a speaker called, her name is Patricia Fripp. She's going to be talking about recognition of, well, let's see, what's her topic? You know what? I don't have the flyer. Beverly, if you have it, I think they put her topic on there. So, so if you want to go, let me know. And then there is a form. Let me grab that also. We park in the Holiday Inn parking lot. So they have a special, what do you call this thing? A parking permit. You need to put this on your car. So I will be putting this into the Luna Lista so that you can download and print it out for yourself. Okay, so any questions before we end our meeting today? I do thank all of you for being present. And I'm glad that you're not having a heart attack because we're changing owners. But I think it will be a good thing. So let's continue to work forward. Okay. Thank you, everyone. We'll talk to you later. Let me see if I can get our Rocky.
Thank you, Leilani.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
Vicky.
Thank you.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Where's the
Thank
music?
you. All right. Thank you, Scott, for going later. Miguel. Thank you, Vicky.
Bye.
Bye. Hey, take care. Bye.